Yo, what's poppin' Poke Pals? Rare TCG coming at you with a brand new video. Today we are taking a look at Grapploct. It has a very unique attack called Slow Acting Syncope. It does 30 damage, but at the end of your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon is knocked out. So it's an insta-KO attack, which is pretty impressive, I must say. It is a stage 1 with no ability, so with that being said, you are allowed to use Salvatore to get this on your first turn going second, because you can't use Salvatore turn 1 going first. But on the first turn that you are allowed to use supporters, you could have Grapploct set up turn 1, essentially, if you are going second. We also have 2 copies of Call Bell to help us get Salvatore if we need to during our first turn. And we play Secret Box as our ace spec, which also allows us to find supporters if we need them. We also played 3 copies of Gravity Gemstone to help our opponent's retreat cost go up by 1 colorless. And if they're playing basic EXs, you can use the Calamitous Wasteland to increase non-basic fighting Pokemon's retreat cost by 1. So we go a long way. We could essentially increase our opponent's retreat cost by 2, making Teal Mask Ogerpon a 3 retreat cost instead of a 1. So if they want to get rid of that condition of being knocked out next turn, they have to retreat. Of course, we also play 2 copies of Transformation Start Ditto. That way we can get our little Clobbopusses out as soon as possible. I love this art style. It's so cute. Clobbopus is nothing special. It also does 30 damage for 1 fighting energy, and it does 10 damage to itself. So they both require only 1 energy, which is what I like about them. And they both do 30 damage, which is good. So you could take out Pokemon like Badoo, like Cleffa, Ethan's Pichu if they play them. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. It's just essentially just getting Clobbopus out as quickly as possible, trapping your opponent in the active, and getting things going. So let's hop onto the ladder and see how we do. Alright, here we are in game 1. We are going second. We won the coin flip, but I allowed my opponent to go first. That way, in case we pull a Salvatore, we can potentially get things going right now. It doesn't look like we have such a luxury, though, so that might be problematic. Now, it looks like we're playing an Ancient Box, and my opponent is just going to attach pass. Oh, what I would have done for a Grapploct right now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself another Clobbopus down. And then I'm going to attach 2 Gravity Gemstones. And unfortunately, I'm just going to have to Grasping Draw here. Hopefully that gets us something. We get a Grapploct, that's good. And we get the energy, cool. So if they are still struggling to get themselves a basic onto the bench, we actually might be able to do something. Nope, they got themselves Teal Mask Ogerpon. Interesting. So this looks like a Raging Bolt deck. That is screaming Raging Bolt. Ogerpon's a little difficult to trap in the active because it is able... Oh, they have switch. Good. Waste those now, please. Because they do... And they're just going to retreat. What the heck? Interesting. Ah, they're just going to Vitality. Okay. But that's not going to give them the 3 attack cost that they need. Interesting. Okay. I'm a little confused right now, but we'll see what my opponent's cooking up here. Is he cooking or is he going to burn it? Let's see. Now, what I also like is once this Cleffa goes down, I don't have to waste my boss's orders. I can actually use my counter catcher. So we can counter catch this Ogerpon into the active. Now, what are the odds that they play another switch card? Probably unlikely, but knowing my luck, it's probably likely. I'm going to attach this. I would have loved the Secret Box right now. Actually, we can get Secret Box. Yeah, we can get Secret Box. Use Arven, get Secret Box. Oh, of course it's prized. Of course it is. Alright, well, let's just TM Evo and get the counter catcher like I initially devised here. I'll put down the Cleffa in case Grapploct goes down. I think what I want to do is just counter catch. And let's just do this. See, if I had Secret Box, what I would have done is... Oh, I love this animation. Look at that. That's such a cool animation. It's unique to Grapploct's attack, which I thought was funny. But if I had Secret Box, what I could have done was I could have gotten the Calamitous Wasteland, and that would have made Ogerpon's retreat cost 3 as opposed to just 2, because now they could just Teal Dance and then attach from hand, and that will allow them to retreat, which I'm not very happy about. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken... putting Miraidon on the bench. They have another switch. Are you serious? I believe putting Miraidon on the bench resets their attack. They can hammer in, but that's not going to be enough to take us out, so that's okay with me. What are the odds that they had 2 switches in their hand? I mean, I'm happy that I'm taking out their switches, because once that Raging Bolt hits the field, they're going to have a hard time retreating it. And to my recollection, Latias does not help basic Pokemon with this setup. It helps them with their initial retreat cost. So how Miraidon has 2, it would go down to 0, and then the Calamitous Wasteland and the Gravity Gemstone would bring it back up to 2. So keep that in mind. What do we have in the discard? Nothing of use. They already have the 2 attached to the Ogerpon, so I'm not going to waste my time bossing that up. What I want to do is let's get rid of this Ditto. Let's get 1 energy, because I'm going to Iono in a second. Let's attach this to one of my Clobbopusses, and then we're just going to Iono here. Getting a 6, giving them 5. Hopefully they don't have any more switches. That would be, you know, phenomenal. None of my Pokemon went down last turn, so I can't even Fez. So I think I'm just going to slow acting Syncope again. And their retreat cost right now is 3. So if they want to preserve this Miraidon, they need to waste 3 energies. So even if you don't win the prize trade, you might get a good chance that you win the energy war. And what I mean by the energy war is that your opponent just flat out runs out of energy. They cannot do anything to help themselves in this scenario. They're probably going to get themselves Latias, but no, they're going to get another Miraidon. Interesting. Okay. That's probably going to get them Latias. No, they're going to get themselves another... Don't tell me they have a 3rd Nest Ball in their hand. Okay, no. Are they not just playing Latias in this deck? I would be absolutely shocked if they're not playing Latias in this deck, because Latias is like a staple in this deck. Now, what's good is because... Oh, yeah, you have a 3 retreat cost Raging Bolt. Guess what? I'm about to boss you up, and I am going to... Actually, no, I can't even boss him up. I've already used my counter catcher, haven't I? Yeah. Ooh, that's not good. Well, the good thing is this Miraidon is going down, so... We will see. There we go. And that's how that attack works. That will give us 1 prize card, and there go their energies. It's a little bit of a long that's such a cool animation, though. It's a little long, but I love it. It's so cool. So let's see who they want to give us here. Grapploct. Oh my god, we got Grapploct off the prizing. Beautiful. That was absolutely insane. I will take that, because now we can use our boss's orders to boss up one of their Raging Bolts and take it out, completely ignoring this Teal Mask Ogerpon. And let's see, do I have any more Clobbopusses? I do not. So I'm just going to fail that. Let's evolve. I am going to get myself Fezandipiti with this Nest Ball, which will allow me to get 3 more cards. Make it look like I don't have the boss, even though I already do. We got another boss, even better. I'm going to boss up this Raging Bolt. And we are just going to slow acting Syncope it. Putting it on a timer, and they need a way to retreat it. Now, the thing about this effect of Grapploct's attack is that there's only 2 ways to get rid of it. You either have to retreat the active Pokemon, or you have to evolve the active Pokemon. And Raging Bolt is a Pokemon that does not evolve. Why the heck are they putting... Oh, okay, they're putting Glass Trumpet for the... Got it. Okay. Interesting. Still, they're going to boss his orders, but unfortunately for them, that does not... matter, because the effect is still active on the Raging Bolt. There it is. That is the end of their Raging Bolt. That was absolutely insane. Wow, this is going phenomenally. I understand why they put the Squawk ability down, so they can motivate onto their other Raging Bolt, but there's my Calamitous Wasteland. Oh wow, yeah, we're making numbers right now. I do get a Night Stretcher. That will get me my other Grapploct, so let's get him. I probably should have got the energy. Hold on, we get energy with this. We get rid of the 2 bells, and let's get rid of Salvatore. He's not really doing much for me this game. Let's get myself a Earthen Vessel. We'll get myself another... Oh, wait. I can only get 1 item. Right. So let's get the Gravity Gemstone, and for my supporter, I guess we'll get another Iono. Why not? Okay, so with this, I can use this, get rid of the Ditto, get myself 2 more energy, 1 for the Fez and 1 for the Grapploct next turn. We're going to retreat this Fezandipiti, put up the Grapploct, use the boss's orders, take out another Raging Bolt. Oh, wow, this is... Oh, wait, hold on. Add insult to injury. And now their retreat cost is 5. They have a 5 retreat cost. And like I said, I'm pretty sure Latias does not matter. They're still going to have a 2 retreat cost because of the stadium and because of my Gravity Gemstone. And they are in top deck mode. So this is Arceus ranked, mind you. This is a Arceus ranked match. They get an Iono off the top deck. Of course they do. Because I know people were commenting on a video I made previously, like, only do ranked battles, don't play casual anymore. So I'm done playing casual. We're only doing ranked battles from here on out. And even in ranked battles, my opponents are still making very questionable decisions. And that's the end of my friend's Raging Bolt. So long, my guy. I am so happy that we ran into a Raging Bolt deck, because this is like the complete counter to Raging Bolt. Okay, we get the Clobbopus and we have the Grapploct, but the problem is we don't have the energy. How much does this do? Is it 120? Yeah, so my Grapploct is going to go down. Oh, that's not good. Unless, hold on, let me get an energy back. So we can get the energy, attach this to Grapploct. Let's use Pokégear, hopefully getting myself a boss. We do not. Okay, that's unfortunate. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to Youngster here. Next turn. I don't want a Youngster now. Let's see if I have a Buddy-Buddy Poffin and that. Okay, that doesn't really help. I'll just take those for thinning purposes. I don't want to use the redeemable ticket because... what do you call? I don't really see a need to use the redeemable ticket right now. Now, let's see. 3... Wait, so it's a 3 retreat cost? Yeah, they're at a 3 retreat cost. Okay. Oh, they're just gonna concede. I guess they don't know that you could just retreat and take it out, but I guess because they didn't have anything active. But I will show you. See, this was an Arceus ranked match. So, there you go. On to game 2. Alright, starting things off with game 2 with the Clobbopus in the active position. Oh, and my opponent takes a mulligan. Alright. Oh, it looks like we're going up against, what do you call a Miraidon deck. Oof. Not a fan of that. I am a fan that they do have a bunch of basics, though. That's what I am a fan of. Yep, there's the Iron Hands. Okay. That's good, because we could totally trap this in the active position with all of our fun little shenanigans that we play. I know that they play Latias. I'm very shocked that last game that my opponent did not play Latias. That would have been not a complete counter, but it would have been a help for them. But I don't know. They made some very questionable decisions, and they made some very unfortunate plays for them, but very fortunate for me. They do get the Joltik in their hand on their bench. They cannot retreat though, okay? That's good for us. So I'm going to get myself 2 more Clobbopuses. And I think what I want to do is I just want to get a TM Evo right now. I think that's my best bet. And get as many Clobbopuses set up as possible. Let's get a Earthen Vessel. How many Clobbopuses do I have in the deck? Let's see. We have 3. Perfect. Okay, so let's get ourselves the TM Evo. Let's get rid of Hilda because she does us no good now. Let's get 2 energies. That way we're set up for next turn. And we're just going to TM Evo, getting ourselves 2 Grapplocks on the bench. 1, 2. And we have the 3rd Grapploct in hand. Beautiful. Okay, so next turn we could start doing our Grapploct shenanigans. But I'm actually recording kind of late today, so you might only be getting 2 matches today because what happened was I have to speak to my internet provider. The internet in my office / gaming room that I'm in right now, it's very weak. Thankfully my computer gets a strong signal because I guess the internal antenna on the computer is strong. But like my Xbox, it's so weak. Like it's really difficult to download anything, and my Xbox was just running and running and running all day doing some updates. So I was like, well, I can't play PTCGL because I tried playing before and the Xbox was just eating all of my internet before. So I tried recording earlier today and all the cards were like not loading. It was trying to reconnect me, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll just record after the Xbox is done updating and whatnot. And because the internet is so slow in this room for the Xbox, it took 4 hours to update everything that I had to get done. So I was a little PO'd by that. Unfortunately, we don't get our Grapploct, and there isn't really much that I want here, so I think I'm just gonna Youngster. Get myself a new hand. We don't get a Grapploct again, and unfortunately we have a retreat cost of 2, but we can attack the Iron Hands, which is not what I wanted to do, but it's kind of what I have to do right now. So let's just get another Clobbopus down, get him set up, and I think I just want to, yeah, let's just attack, why not? Let's just attack and see what happens from there. I still haven't gotten my Gravity Gemstone. I still haven't seen a Calamitous Wasteland. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of things that I need. So I haven't even seen a Secret Box. I think did I prize my Secret Box again? I might have. The Artisan. Okay, this is good because now that tells me that they don't have Latias readily available to them, which is great. So that is going to help us out tremendously. Yet again, my opponent fails to set up the Latias. They get a switch. That's going to allow them to get the Joltik set up. And I think what I'm going... Is this... Wait. Is this from attacks? Let me see the... If this one knocked out by damage from an attack, not an effect of an attack. Okay. So that's actually going to help out tremendously. So all we need to do is get ourselves a... Oh, okay, that works too. Let's get that. What do I want to do here? I think we're just going to... Carmine here. We got the Wasteland, that's good. We still don't have... Oh, wait, we could attack for weakness. So let's pop this down. That way they can't retreat. Let's attack for weakness, taking out this little Joltik. That's good. I'm okay with him going down. And we have Salvatore in our hand, so we can get another Grapploct. Next turn, there's a Gravity Gemstone. Okay, things are starting to pull together a little bit here. They are going to hit us for Ampu very much, though. That's what I'm not happy about. That's going to give them 2 prize cards, allowing them to win the prize trade. But at the same time, that will allow us to use our Counter Catcher, which we have not discarded yet. So we could totally use Arven this turn coming up, get ourselves another Gravity Gemstone for the other Grapploct that we don't promote, and get ourselves the Counter Catcher, getting rid of one of their Pokemon. They got Togekiss. Chances are they have the rare candy in their hand. Yes, sir. That's not good. I think what I want to do is... Well, their retreat cost right now is what? It's 4, 5, it's 6. So they would need... I think I'm just going to take out this Iron Hands. It's going to suck because I'm going to lose a lot of prize cards for it, but I got to do what I got to do. I'd rather be at 3 prize cards or 4 prize cards, depending on... They're going to counter catch. Taking out one of my Grapplocks. Oh, no. That's not good. That is not good at all. Unfortunately, Grapploct only has 120. If they get heads right now, Wonder Kiss, I think it's GG's. Nope, they got tails. That's good. So that'll bring them down to 4. And even if they get heads next turn, it's not too bad. Alright, so let's Grapploct here. Let's... What do I want to do? Oh, I got a Grapploct. Cool. So let's put that there. Let's Gravity Gemstone. Let's attach this energy to this guy. Let me see what I could do here. I have a Counter Catcher. Secret Box is prized again. Of course it is. I think I'm just going to go with Pokégear and hopefully I can get myself something off of that, like an Iono or something next turn. So let's put that there. And let's just... Slow Acting Syncope. Hopefully they lose their Iron Hands here. And they don't have a Joltik on the bench. So it's going to be very difficult for them to set up another Iron Hands. The only thing that could ruin us right now is if they have a Switch in their hand. Do they already play a Switch? I think they did play a Switch. Okay, so they might not have another Switch in their hand. So we might be okay right now. Unless they pull out an Arven, which will allow them to find the Switch. They can take out 2... they can take 2 more prize cards because of Ampu very much. Oh, there's the Arven. Are they going to get themselves a Switch? That is the question. My opponent's taking a hot minute here. They just get themselves a nest ball. Interesting. So that tells me that they don't have a switch. It's either in the prizing or they are completely out of switching resources. Okay, they're going to Miraidon here for another electric type, probably for Joltik. Because they want to get this Iron Hand set up next turn. Can't say that I blame them. But what they don't know is I could... Yep, they get another Iron Hands. Okay, not bad, not bad. So we'll go down to 3 prizes once this Iron Hand attacks. This is a close game, guys. Are they gonna flip heads on Wondrous Kiss? They are. That's gonna bring them down to 1 prize remaining. This is a close call, my guys. They are gonna take 3 prize cards. It's absolutely insane. Well, they are gonna go down though, so that's good for us. And they don't have a way to really set up this Iron Hands. That's good for us. Let's see what we get off the prizing, because that's going to be huge, whatever we get. We get a Fez, nice. Our Fezandipiti was actually prized, so that's good for us. How many Night Stretchers do I have in the deck? I have them all, good, because we need to get another Grapploct. I just wish Grapploct had a little more HP. It sucks that he gets one-shotted by... Oh, there's my Night Stretcher, even better. Thank you so much. It just sucks that he gets one-shotted by Iron Hands. That's such a dagger. Alright, alright. Do I want to put this Fez down? Sure, why not? And let's attach an energy to him, that way he has free retreat. Well, actually, no, he doesn't, because the Wasteland also goes against us. Alright, no biggie. What do we get off of this? We get a boss. Beautiful. So what we could do right now is we could boss up this Iron Hands, since he's the one who has energy attached to him. And let's just slow acting syncope him. Hopefully that boss just saved our tail. It'll be a miracle if I could come back from this. Okay, let's see. What is my opponent going to do? They are trapped in the active. They have no way to retreat, as far as I know. They don't have Latias in play. And even if they did, their retreat cost would still be 2 because of the Gravity Gemstone and the Calamitous Wasteland. They're going to attach to the Togekiss. Interesting. Now, we unfortunately cannot use Counter Catcher next turn because we're going to get 2 prizes here, which will tie the prizing. They're going to get Joltik. That's actually not bad because... if they promote Joltik, it is weak to fighting, and we do 30 damage, so that they can't use Joltik. They can't retreat. They're going to boss me, but I'm perfectly fine with that. They're going to boss the Fez, which I expected, but bossing me does not get rid of the effect of Grapploct, so they are still going to be taken out. Beautiful. Unfortunately, how many energies do I have? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I placed 6 in the deck. Let me see what I get off the prizing first. I got another Calamitous Wasteland. I have 2 energies in the discard pile. 3, 4, 5. I think I used all my energies. I got a Counter Catcher, but that's not going to help me. Unfortunately, I think I'm just going to have to pass here. Ooh, that's not good. I think that boss might have ruined us. They can retreat this Togekiss because it only has a 1 retreat cost. But I need a way to get this Fezandipiti out of the active. They either need to get rid of my stadium, or I need to find another energy. Those are the only 2 ways I could get Fez out of the active. They're going to Iono us down to 1. Okay. Probably not their best move, but it was a move. Yeah, I don't think that was a great move, but they're just going to use Miraidon to get themselves another electric Pokemon. What they could possibly put down, I have no idea, but we'll have to see. It's going to be... Or they could just be checking their deck. That's probably the more realistic attempt they're doing, is checking their deck. Unfortunately, Fezandipiti didn't really help us all in this matchup. It kind of just... It's more of a hindrance at this point. I probably should have played an Air Balloon in this deck for Fezandipiti. Okay, so once I go into... after this matchup, I'm going to... Oh, here we go. Thank you so much. That's going to get me Night Stretcher and Gravity Gemstone. Beautiful. I think we just won, guys. We can use the Night Stretcher to get myself a fighting energy out of the discard pile. Attach said fighting energy. He's giving me the thumbs down. And we are going to retreat this Fezandipiti into a fresh Grapploct. And we are just going to crap this Togekiss in the active. They do need 1 energy. That's all they need. Because since Togekiss is not a basic, Calamitous Wasteland does not affect them. So their retreat cost is only up by 1 thanks to the Gemstone. So if they cannot retreat this Togekiss, we win. And this will be one hell of a comeback from me. They're going to Iono. That's good. They're going to get themselves 1 extra card. What is it? Is it anything that could get them out of the active position? It doesn't look like it. They're taking 20 years. Are they going to concede? They're checking their deck once again with Miraidon. And they're just going to concede. Very nice. What a great way to get through battle number 2. Let's move on to a battle 3. And just so you guys see, it is a ranked match. Alright, here we are, game 3. This is most likely going to be my last match of the day because it is getting kind of late on my end. I still have to edit this video and then post it for you guys. So this is probably going to be my last game, win or lose. We do have the Gravity Gemstone in our hand, and we are going second. So, if we could somehow pull ourselves a Salvatore off the top deck, we might be in business. Okay, interesting. I have no idea what my opponent is playing right now. They have a Hoopa EX in the active, which I have thought about using a Hoopa EX deck in as like a... what's the word I'm looking for? As sort of like a... oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? A tribute to Legend ZA coming out, because Hoopa is one of my favorite mythicals, and it is from the Kalos region. For those of you who don't know what Hoopa EX does, it has the first attack Crushing Energy Crush, which is 50 damage for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon, which is absolutely insane. That would have went ham on my opponent last turn with the Iron Hands. And it has the second attack Bandit's Fist, which does 200 damage, but then it can't attack during its next turn. Unfortunately, it looks like my opponent is AFK at the moment because they are taking forever to make a decision. So I might have to cut this game out. Okay, let's get myself Gravity Gemstone. No. Let's get Evo and... yeah, I guess that's all I want is really Evo and Buddy-Buddy. So let's... so I'm having a little bit of a hard time setting up, and my opponent is just AFK, so hopefully they stay AFK. Well, actually not really. I'm not a big fan of AFK opponents because then I have to record a whole nother match and it becomes a whole thing. But it looks like they are AFK. Because I don't want to put an AFK opponent into my video. So, especially not the last video of the day. No, they're not AFK. They just put a coughing down, another coughing. Okay. Oh, I see what this is. This looks like Team Rocket's Weezing deck. Interesting. So my opponent was AFK for a little bit, but they have returned, thank goodness. And, oh, I see. They're using Hoopa to get the Area 0 underdepths, so they can get more coughings on the bench. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, very interesting. I'm just happy that my opponent was not AFK. So this is an interesting matchup. I haven't seen a Weezing deck in a while. I haven't seen it since Journey Together first came out. Okay, you've piqued my interest. And this will be a cool showcasing for any of my viewers who don't know what Team Rocket's Weezing does. Very interesting. Very, very, very. Alright. Now the question now becomes, do I want to Gravity Gemstone the Clobbopus in the active? I got a Carmine, which doesn't really help me. You know what? Let's Gravity Gemstone and let's Youngster. Getting myself not really much, but I can totally use this to get myself a... my Earthen Vessel Ruin is prized. Are you serious right now, guy? Alright, let's get myself the Wasteland, the Gravity Gemstone, and... geez Louise, what do I want here? I guess Hilda. And for my item, we'll go with Nest Ball? Question mark? I don't really know what I want here. Unfortunately, this Calamitous Wasteland is not going to affect this Hoopa because, what do you call it? It is a basic fighting type. So that doesn't help me. I think I'm just going to get myself Fezandipiti. No, let's get Cleffa. Maybe Fez. Fez is probably the better option here. And unfortunately, I'm just going to have to leave it at that. I don't want to drop this Calamitous Wasteland down just yet, because I know they're itching to play an Area 0 Underdepths, and they'll just bounce my stadium if they do. So I want to bounce their stadium by allowing them to put their stadium first, if that makes sense to anybody. Now, the good thing is that Hoopa cannot hurt us because we have no energy attached to any of our Pokemon. So they need 3 energy in order for them to do something. They're going to research. It's not a bad play. Next turn, we can get ourselves a Grapploct, and we can get ourselves the energy. And if they want to retreat, they are going to have to sacrifice all of their energies off of that Hoopa, because we are increasing their retreat cost to 3. So they can either attack us next turn, or they could retreat next turn. That's up to them. That's their preference. But I am going to give them one heck of an option. They're making a decision. And they're going to pass. Nice. Okay. We get the Call Bell, but that does absolutely nothing for us right now. Unfortunately, we didn't get the turn 1 donk I was hoping for in this video, but you know what? I'm happy with how things turned out. So like I said, the Calamitous Wasteland isn't going to affect them, so I'm not even going to waste it right now. I'm just going to put them on a timer, and they have a 3 retreat cost right now, and they also can't take us out because they're only doing 50 damage with their first attack. So they have to go with their second attack, or they have to retreat. There's no other option for them. And this Weezing that is like the main attacker, it needs 2 energies to attack, or Team Rocket's energy. So if they don't have Team Rocket's energy, they can't attach. Oh, they're going to attach the Team Rocket's energy. So they are not going... And there's the Area 0 Underdepths I was telling you about. I knew it. Doesn't matter anyway, because once this Hoopa goes down, unless they're getting another Hoopa with the Nest Ball... No, they're getting Fez. Interesting. Okay. Well, they're actually going to have to lose somebody here, because... They're going to get a Nest Ball, probably the other Hoopa, so that they could keep the Area 0. That would make the most sense. They're going to get Shaman. Okay. Unfortunate for them, because once their Hoopa goes down, their Area 0 is pointless. Unless they get another Nest Ball with Petrol. I'm very confused and concerned by what... Oh, they got a switch! Damn! That's crazy. They got themselves the switch with the Petrol. That was a great move by my opponent. Alright. I can't even hate on that. And they're going to do 200 damage because of all the Weezings that they have in play. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yep. It does 40 damage for every coughing or Weezing that you have in play. And they don't even have to be Team Rockets. That's the best part. I am going to upset them a little bit though, because I am going to... Ah, there's my counter catcher. And I think what I want to do... So I'm going to counter catch the Hoopa. Let's bounce the stadium, forcing them to get rid of Pokemon. They're probably going to get rid of Fez and Shaman. That would make the most sense. That way they don't disrupt their... What do you call it? That way they don't disrupt their Weezing's damage. No, they're going to get rid of a coughing. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to get myself a Grapploct, because it's much easier to find energy than it is to find Grapploct. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to well, hold on. My Earthen Vessel's prized, right? I think we established that? Yeah, we established that. So let's just Iono here. I'm very intrigued by this deck. I kind of like this. There's the energy. There we go. That helps tremendously. And we still have our Gravity Gemstone. And we are just going to put this Hoopa on a timer once again. Hopefully I did not switch them into another switch with that Iono. How many Petrol? They've used 2 Petrols, so that should also help us. Now again, they have to retreat this Hoopa, or else it is going down. I haven't used any bosses, so I could totally boss up that Fez at some point. And I also saw, when I was digging through my deck before, that Air Balloon is not prized, so we can attach that to Fezandipiti. They're gonna Team Rocket's Transceiver, getting themselves another Petrol, which will allow them to get themselves another Switch, probably. No, they're gonna get Giovanni. But doesn't Giovanni only work if your active is a Team Rocket? Or am I bugging? Maybe I'm not bugging because they're not playing the Giovanni. I might be right about that. Yeah, I think they're just gonna retreat here. Listen, I'm fine with them retreat. No, they're gonna attack. Wow, that was very brave of them. I'm utterly shocked that they did that. So it is only Team Rocket's Pokemon. Okay, so Giovanni only works with Team Rocket's Pokemon. I was correct in my assumption. Very nice. So they are gonna lose their Hoopa here. And that's fine with me, because now I can Fezandipiti. So bye-bye Hoopa. And that's a lot of energy that they just lost. We get the Earthen Vessel, that's good for me. But who are they going to promote is the question. I would love to get myself a Boss's Orders and boss up that Fez. That's what I would like to do. Let me dig a little. So let's get rid of this bell. That bell does absolutely nothing for me. So let's dig a little. Let's get myself the energy. I do need a Gravity Gemstone, though, before I make such a rash decision. So let's flip the script. We got the Grapploct. That's not bad. And I get a boss off of this Pokégear. I can. Thank you very much. Bringing up this Fez, and because of the stadium, that's going to bring their retreat cost up to 2. I would have loved for it to have been 3 with the Gravity Gemstone, but it is what it is. And they cannot attach the Team Rocket's energy to a non-Team Rocket Pokemon. So they cannot use the Team Rocket's energy as 2 for the retreat cost of this Fezandipiti. I can't believe how well this deck is actually working out. I mean, granted, we didn't run into any evolutionary Pokemon like Dragapult or Charizard or Gardevoir, but nevertheless, I'm very happy with how this is turning out. I think this is a good showcasing. They're just gonna let the Fez go down. Wow, interesting. And the best part about them losing a prize card and then having to bring up another Pokemon is it puts us in an advantage state. Unfortunately for us, though, they are out of 2 prizers, which I'm not happy about because we thrive off of 2 prizers. We got ourselves another Buddy-Buddy, but I think all my Clobbopusses are... Yeah, all my Clobbopusses are gone. Alright. Who are they going to promote? How many bosses have I used? I think I just used 1. I did just use 1, so there should be another one in the deck somewhere. So let's use this. Let's get myself 2 Cleffas. I don't mind digging for those. Let's let's put the energy down. Let's Pokégear now. Get myself another boss. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to boss up their Weezing in the back. Very nice. And just attack for 60. So if they don't have the energy, this Weezing is going down, and that will allow us to win the prize trade. Because they have to take out 4 of my guys unless they can get... Oh, wait, hold on. Don't they have Giovanni in their hand? I don't think I ever Iono'd them. Ooh. I don't think that I Iono'd them. They might have Giovanni. And then if they do, they could Giovanni up my Fezandipiti. 4, 8, 12, 16. They're only doing 16 damage, though. No, they're doing 200 damage. Yeah, they have the Giovanni. Damn it. I should have thought that one through. They're going to bring up the Fez, no doubt. No doubt in my mind they're going to bring up this Fez. Why would they not? Unless they just want to take out another Grapploct. Which, totally acceptable if they do. We might be in a pickle here because I don't think I have enough recycling to get another Grapploct down. They're going to bring up the Grapploct. No! I probably should have been charging up the Macross instead. Damn, I was really hoping that they would put down another stage 2, but I think they got wise to us. So it looks like we are going to lose this matchup, unfortunately. Because we just don't have the means to recycle everything that we need. Less, Nah, I don't even have that. I was gonna say I could maybe build up Fezandipiti, but I don't even think I play that much energy in this deck. So, I mean, I could try, but I highly doubt that's gonna be effective. Just for the heck of it, let's try it. I don't think I play that much energy, but you never know. There's a second energy, and we can flip the script here. Alright, well, we could do this. We could get rid of at least one Weezing, and then hopefully we have enough energy in the deck to sustain a Fezandipiti, and then we could just Cruel Arrow the Weezing on the bench. That's an option that I'm not really proud of, but it is an option. Hopefully they don't have another Giovanni in their hand. Yeah, I guarantee you they play more than one Giovanni in their deck. And they played a switch. They have a Weezing. Don't count us out just yet, boys. We might be onto something. They're gonna Max Rod. Interesting. Ideally, I could play Max Rod in this deck as well, but I think Secret Box is better for setting up because you can get those turn 1 going second donks if if your opponent has a really hard time setting up. That's essentially why I did it. Oh, now they're gonna put the Sage 2s in play, of course, right? And they've got all those coughing back in their hands, so that will allow them to power up their Weezing, allowing them to one-shot my Fezandipiti. So they could, here's what they could do. They're gonna Fez. That actually, they could Giovanni right now, bring up my Fez, go into their Weezing. No, aw, damn. Alright, never mind. I was hoping I was about to cook something up here, but no. So this is 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So they're doing 200. So my Fez could survive a hit. And we still take out the Weezing. I wonder if they knew that they were still going to get knocked out, even though they knocked out my Grapploct. Because I actually forgot. So my Fez could definitely withstand another hit here. We get another Grapploct, but that's not going to help me. I need a... What do I need here? What do I need? I need a boss is what I need. How many stretchers did I got 2 stretchers, 4 energies, 5 energies, 6 energies. That's all my energy. And we don't play another, no we don't. Okay. Let's see, hold on. We could Air Balloon. We have nothing, do we? We have no energies, nothing. Yeah, no. Unfortunate. We got so close to winning this matchup, guys, but unfortunately, it just was not happening. So we are going to Air Balloon, allowing us to get free retreat, but... Oh, I still haven't flipped the script yet. Alright, I'm going to make them think that I have the energy and scare them a little bit. So maybe I could fake them out with this. Let's see. Because I have nothing. I unfortunately lose at this point. But I want them to think that I'm digging for something. Will they take the bait? Nah, they're not going to take the bait. They're just going to take out the Cleffa. Alright. Alright, well, let's see. I'm going to Fezandipiti here. Hopefully make them think I have the energy. Will they concede? I'm gonna Hilda. Oh, I'm gonna make it think I have the energy. And I don't have the energy. Damn, alright. I played it off long enough. I'm just gonna give them the... How do I get the upset? Nah, I'm just gonna... Alright, whatever. It is what it is. Very close matchup. We unfortunately just ran out of energy. Alright, that is going to do it for the Grapploct deck. All considered, it was a very good showcasing. We had 3 really good games. We unfortunately lost that last one because of energy resources, but hey, I can't complain. I was able to show off this Grapploct phenomenally. I ran into some pretty good opponents, and we had some great matches. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Is Grapploct a really good card, or is it just something that I just got super lucky with in today's video? I'll leave the deck list down in the comment section, down in the description down below, and if you want to use the deck, by all means, try it out for yourselves. Maybe you could get a couple of cheeky KOs like I did. But this has been your boy, Rare TCG, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!